Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there, live.
From MWF Studios in downtown Melrose, Massachusetts, 02176, the zip code of champions. It's week 4 of NFL Moving the Line with your hosts, Lou Saban, John Morgan.
What's up, scumbags? Lou Saban here, coming to you from beautiful Melrose with my good buddy, John Morgan.
Don't call our 5 followers scumbags.
Oh, they probably are, though, right? Wouldn't you say?
Dan, want to give us a sexual reference later? Or no? The
Dan,
hand signals still don't work.
Dan, you know, he's a technical wizard. And he's fixed all of our technical difficulties. Yeah. We're ready to go. You ready to go, John?
Let's start. I'm never ready, really, but
yeah, well,
we'll give it my best shot.
That's why
today.
You're a scumbag, and you know what, listeners, you're scumbags. I'm not afraid to say it. But we're here. We're talking football. We're talking fantasy. Talking gambling. Talking news. We're talking everything. But I want to start with this week was the week of upsets, John.
Arizona Cardinals.
They got smoked. Smoked. That game wasn't even as close as it looked. And I personally want to take credit for breaking the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep. Lou likes to take credit for everything. Now, do you want to take credit, or do you want to give the Patriots credit? What is it? Do you mean we or I? When you say we, do you mean the Patriots or do you mean you?
The royal we. So yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to give the Patriots 8% credit, and I will take the rest.
All right.
So
fair enough.
That's
I just wanted to know exactly how much credit you wanted.
Well, anyways, they look like kind of like a broken team. They got ran over by the Bills. Are the Bills good, John?
The Bills, I think, are far from good, and we're going to see them this week. So, I mean, let's hopefully they got their good game out of their system before they play us.
So, for gambling purposes right now, the Cardinals are a stay away. Who knows what kind of team they are?
I kind of like them this week.
Oh, my God. All right. I'm staying away from you.
The only reason why I say that is because, I mean, if they don't, I don't want to call it a must-win this early in the season, but if they don't win this game, they're going to be in really, really tough shape. So we're going to find out if they're going to be a playoff team, possible playoff team or not.
True story. One of John's favorite teams, the Vikings, looked really good, too. They pulled out upset.
Real good. I love their coach. He might be my second favorite coach after Belichick.
Yeah. The Vikings, possibly second best defense in the NFL because the Broncos are just murdering
Sam
people.
Bradford's still looking good, too.
Yeah, he's burying me with that one.
Yeah.
That one. Steelers got obliterated.
That game confused me out of all the games.
What is happening?
I don't know. And I keep being wrong about Carson Wentz. I cannot stress it enough how wrong that I've been so far. Each week he's doing good.
And we just went from 5 listeners down to 4.
How long does it last?
I have no idea. But he is running and shooting all over the field. He looks awesome. And before this game, I would have said the Steelers were the second best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have said so?
That was the game that scared me the most going to Pittsburgh.
And they got smoked.
They got killed.
Smoked in there. Well, so one of the reasons why that we like to talk about, you brought it up already, coaching.
Yeah. How much credit do you give it? I mean, we talked about it last week, and you said, do you think Belichick's better now or then? You think he's better when he won Super Bowls, but I mean, I don't think he was. I don't see how he could be better.
I don't know. I was
just 10 more years of experience.
I was just bringing it up. I'm not sure whether or not.
How much credit do you actually give a team? Because I think in football, out of all 4 sports, coaching is the most important in that sport.
I think it is mostly because the players are so interchangeable, and baseball. They say baseball managers have not a lot of influence on the game.
See, I actually put basketball as the least.
Basketball's the least?
Yeah. I would say football, then you have baseball and hockey are really close, I think, and then it's basketball. I mean, look at the Warriors. Luke Walton comes in. I mean, if you have good players, you're going to win. That's how it is in basketball. To have a dynasty like the Patriots have, though, I mean, you have to have so many things come together. Coaching, players. We're so quick to jump on things saying, oh, this person's great, this coach is great, oh, this person's bad, this is bad. Things have to line up. Like, look at Rob Ryan, for example. He's a defensive coordinator. He hasn't had the best luck, but he was a linebackers coach for the Patriots when they won 2 Super Bowls. He was the defensive coordinator for the Saints. Horrible defense.
Horrible.
The defense is still horrible. He's gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe more horrible.
Personnel, I mean, they don't have good defensive players.
Yeah.
So you can't put all the blame on a coach. You can't give them all the credit. It's one of those things. How important is it? You have to line things up.
So right now I'm going to give my half-cocked, barely researched opinion, sponsored by Poland Springs, and say it's football. I'm going to go football. Coach is most important because with the amount of injuries that happen, it's really all about the system. A lot of it's about the system because you got to be able to plug and play with these players because no matter how good of players you got in football, a third of them are going to be dead by week 9 anyways, out for the season. There's so many interchangeable guys. A coach has really got to be on it. And the system works, and it's how can you ignore what Belichick's done for 15 years now?
No, you can't.
You can't ignore it. So, anyways, we're going international right now. There's a game in London this week, John. Are you going to be up at 9:30?
I'm probably not going to be awake unless it's by accident.
Producer Dan says, shaking his head, no way he's up for that.
No.
Yeah, he's
oh, you know what? I will be up for it. I have to work. So I will be up. Yeah. So at least my work hopes I'm up for it.
Yeah. Producer Dan's got a long night of watching Ultimate Warrior
with your
videos
favorite team
on Saturday night. Yeah. You know what? It's crazy that I don't know how they're trying to.
They're so good at marketing. I don't know why they keep fucking this up.
They keep sending the Jacksonville Jaguars to London every year. The Jaguars.
I don't understand it.
They're trying to build a foreign fan base and.
Yeah, and the Jaguars are their go-to for it. Yep.
I guess so. But I was speaking to some English people this week. They're saying there's actually a fan base in
Jaguar
England.
fan base or football fan base there, buddy?
Football.
Right.
That'd be so strange. But they say there's actually a fan base for it for the people who don't like their football, which is soccer.
Yep.
They actually and I asked them, I was like, well, is it all just expats over there? They're like, no, there's English people who like football.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before there's a team there. I think it'll happen. You don't think so, Dan? Why not?
Dan says
you can talk.
Travel considerations.
Yeah, I mean,
The only reason they're sending the Jaguars over is because they're going to send over a stiff team that they know is going to draw a rating and sell tickets. That's a game.
So it's like putting bad teams on Monday Night Football. Kind of.
To a greater degree, yeah.
They know everyone's going to watch Monday Night Football anyway, so let's put some bad games on and still get the ratings and use the good games for other times.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, they said that we got a London game. I may watch a little bit of it. I'm not sure.
How do you not watch it? It's football.
Yeah. Well, unless I'm sleeping.
You can't. First of all, sign language. We got to talk to Dan about the sign language. You can feel free to put your input in anytime you want to.
I don't know how many people in the United States of America, especially those on the West Coast, they're going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch the Jaguars play. It's a stiff game for the fans in the United States. But as far as their global outreach program goes, it's a good one, as they're not, quote-unquote, wasting anyone that the NFL fans would be eager to see in the States time zone, so to speak.
Well, we know you're not going to watch the game.
And if me and John can scrabble our way out of the dumpster we happen to be in on Sunday morning, maybe we'll watch some football, right, John?
I'm still in the dumpster right now after last night.
John Morgan looks awful, but he is a gamer. And he's ready to go. And
not feeling good.
He's ready to talk about Cam Newton a little bit.
I don't understand why this guy lately cannot win a close game. You watch these football games. Week 1, they play the Broncos. They're winning the game. The minute they fall behind, he just plays horrible at quarterback. And then you see him this week. This guy is, when he's doing well, he's very people love him. He's playing great. He has such high highs and such low lows. He gets drastic so quickly.
Is he a front runner?
Inconsistent. What's that?
Is he a front runner?
Is he a front runner?
Yeah, he's good when he's ahead, and
yeah, that's how it seems to be.
Yeah, and he kind of breaks.
As soon as he gets any kind of pressure or close games, he just can't do it. He's not going to be the Tom Brady type of player that's going to come back from behind and win you games. It seems like.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what his deal is. It's got to be all mental because it's definitely not physical.
So are you ready to say that he's a choker?
I think it's early for that. It's just so far that's what it looks like. He hasn't. He has choked recently.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call him a choker for the foreseeable future, but it's a trend that keeps happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he didn't look that great in that. Nobody looked great in that game on Carolina. I had Kelvin Benjamin in that game. 0 points. Zero.
Yeah.
I don't have my abacus here, John, but I don't think that's a lot of points.
It's not going to cut it for you. No.
Well, anyways, nobody cares about that shit. We care about bringing out the heavyweight championship belt of the world for the dumbest player in the NFL, John. Josh Gordon,
we talked
reigning
about this,
supreme.
Yep.
And he's got a challenger.
We talked about this week one when we started.
We sure did.
And Greg Hardy was definitely the name we mentioned first. That who
Absolutely.
could take it away? And sure enough, he comes up and Lou.
You know what? I believe my quote was he's going to drive a car through a farmer's market. I believe I was way off. But so he got arrested Sunday night. They threw him in jail. Possession of cocaine and marijuana. His story was beautiful. Classic.
It's not his fault. No.
Classic. Every time I remember Carmelo Anthony had a gun at the airport one year. And they all, as drug users, we got to come up with a different excuse other than it's not mine.
Yeah.
We've
Somebody
been-
put it in my pants.
It's been
somebody
trying
put
it
it in
for-
my wallet.
We've been trying it for forever, and it never works.
No.
We've got to do better than
Why
this, guys.
don't people stick $100 bills in my pants or in my wallet? Why is it only drugs?
I don't know if you heard his actual version of the story, but he was saying he was passing his wallet around at a party, as one does. It's, I just pass my wallet around all the
I
time.
have to give him credit though. He instead of he said somebody stuck coke in my wallet. At least he didn't blame a white police officer for planting the coke on him.
Wow.
So for the first time, at least the white cop didn't do something wrong to the black guy that got arrested.
Holy shit, John. I think that might have worked. If he just said that,
Yeah. So he took the high road here. He was civil. He just said somebody planted it. So he didn't blame the cop, which is nice.
Wait a minute, John. Did he take the high road, or is he too dumb to figure that out?
Yeah, he might be too dumb.
So we got Josh Gordon. His record speaks for itself, but I can't remember. When did he go to jail? Did he ever go to jail?
Josh Gordon?
Josh Gordon.
I don't think so.
I can't remember him. Maybe he did. But Greg Hardy has had some.
Like I said, we can't use Hardy. Hardy is stupid, but technically he's not in the NFL.
I know,
he's not
that's
on
the
the
trump
team.
card. That's the
So
trump
Josh
card.
Gordon is really excited right now because he still gets the belt. I think.
Yeah, and even if he let's say he was in the NFL, Greg Hardy's had some vicious domestic abuse allegations. He was actually convicted of assault. I'm going to say he's more of a scumbag than an idiot.
I think we all know he's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say he's just
So you don't think Gordon's a scumbag? You just think he's an idiot? Is that what you're saying?
the stuff that he's done leads me to believe that he's just kind of stupid.
Yeah. Well, the stuff that he's done, I don't think hurts anybody else except for himself. For the
Just
most
himself.
part,
Right? And easily avoidable things. So his last suspension was for alcohol, right?
He likes to smoke weed. He likes to drink.
Got suspended 1 million times. Got suspended 1 million times for weed, but he actually got his last suspension was for alcohol. You're like, all right, first of all, that's retarded, like suspending someone for alcohol. But secondly, alcohol's out of your system very quickly.
It was
that means he
also-
showed up to the testing system drunk.
It was also part of his thing that he couldn't drink. So it's not, that he got suspended for alcohol, you're allowed to drink. He wasn't allowed to drink, so he did. So,
But
once again, he's an idiot.
I'm saying he's dumb enough to have probably been drinking like 3 hours before he got tested.
Yeah.
That's real dumb.
He can't control himself.
All right, Josh Gordon, you win, right? He wins. He's still in there.
Yep.
Greg
In the
Hardy.
NFL, until he's out of the NFL, he might hold the belt until maybe week 6 or 7. Maybe he's not in the NFL then. We're going to find someone new.
I guess we can't hope for the Raiders. You used to be the Raiders would just sign all these guys, right?
Yeah, I love the Raiders right now.
Yeah, but all right, anyways, Josh Gordon, world champion, dumbest player in the NFL. Like I said, John, you're going to have to rip that belt from his cold, dead hands. And guys, that's the news. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're coming back at you with Patriots, right, John?
Yep, Patriots coming up.
When we come back, it's all the New England Patriots news that's fair to air. Continue moving the line.
You already know Kowloon Restaurant, established in 1950 and spanning 4 generations, serves a multi-Asian menu. Did you also know that Kowloon Restaurant is New England's premier Asian dining and entertainment complex, serving Cantonese, Szechuan, Thai, and Polynesian cuisine? And did you know that Kowloon Restaurant is also the home of the finest Japanese sushi? If you haven't dined at Kowloon Restaurant lately, then you simply haven't dined at Kowloon. Kowloon Restaurant, Route 1 North in Saugus.
Welcome back to Week 4 of NFL Moving the Line. Here are your hosts, Lou Saban, John Morgan.
Lou Saban, John Morgan, ready for segment 2. So we already gushed over the Patriots for 7-8 hours.
Big fest last week.
Oh, it was awful. I'm sure many people turned it off. But so we don't have a lot to talk about for the Patriots. I want to bring up a couple of brief things. Number one, I think we murdered J.J. Watt. Did we kill him?
Yeah, well, hopefully he comes back. I love seeing J.J. I know you don't like J.J. Watt. We talked about this yesterday. I am a huge J.J. Watt fan. Not just on the football field. I think he's good with kids. He's good for the NFL. You can say how you feel about him if you'd like to.
Well, no one can. He's possibly the best player in the NFL like the last 2 years. It's just really tough to get.
Exciting
MVP.
player in the NFL.
He's just an unbelievable player. I just think he's kind of a douche. If you look at his Twitter feed, it's always stuff. Will post like pictures of him working out or videos of him working out and be like, it's the stuff that people don't see that gets you to the championship. I'm like, okay, but you put it on the internet and it's a video and now they're seeing it. So you can't say they don't see it when you're filming it and putting it on the internet. And he's always doing this. He's like A-Rod-ish in this kind of.
Oh, you did not compare him to A-Rod.
I said
Come
he's
on.
mildly A-Rod-ish. In the fact that he does it, he's trying to act like he thinks a human would
A-Rod
act.
might be the biggest douchebag in sports. He might
true.
he might have that belt.
I'm not saying he's A-Rod. He's A-Rod-ish, and he's like a robot that is trying to act like people expect a human to act. But anyways, he's a great player, but it doesn't matter because the Patriots broke him in half, and that's it.
Yeah.
But, I was hearing a lot of stuff. They're talking about maybe he won't ever be the same.
Well, time will tell, obviously, but hopefully he will. I mean, he's one of the most exciting players to watch.
Yep.
So
time will tell. Once again, not a lot to talk about the Patriots, but Deion Lewis possibly back soon.
Yeah.
We could really use him.
we could use him. James White is not comparable to Deion Lewis, and then LeGarrette Blount. I know he's scored touchdowns. He's got 400 yards, but he's only averaging 4 yards a carry. I mean, he has the yards because they're handing him the football.
Right,
I mean,
the
any
volume.
running back's going to do that.
And he wasn't that good in the
No.
Texans game, except he broke off that 141-yard touchdown run, which got his stats up to a good number. But other than that, wasn't amazing.
I mean, normally, I don't want to say if you take that away, he's under 4 yards, because if you do that, you have to take that away from every running back.
Exactly.
So you can't do that. But
That is a really stupid talking head thing that I just said. I said it. I'll take credit for it.
Well, no, I mean, you make a point, but I mean, I do hate when people in SportsCenter do that. They compare things and like, well, if you take this no-hitter away here, his ERA would be a little bit more. Well, you can't do that. He did have the no-hitter.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't just take.
I mean, the
things away.
stats are the stats, and it's only 4 yards a carry, so
Right.
he's not. And once Brady comes back, even Garoppolo, I don't think he's going to have the yards. I mean, they're going to stop giving him the football.
Yeah, but as we saw last year, Deion Lewis. No one expected Deion Lewis to be as good as he was last year.
He's so small too.
Yeah.
Even if he does come back, how long is he going to last?
Yeah, who knows?
Could
get smoked, but he'll make he'll really diversify our offense. That's awesome.
I think where it helps is when if our offensive line isn't playing well and the pass rush is coming at Brady, having that dump off pass, those screen passes, really help our team.
Because LeGarrette Blount's not catching those passes.
No, so that's where it comes in.
And I just think that eventually a defense is going to be able to game plan against LeGarrette Blount because he doesn't do a lot of stuff. He does one thing pretty well, but he doesn't do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he puts his head down and he runs a little bit. His footwork isn't bad, but he's not fast. There's only so much he can do.
Right. Okay, we got Brissett, Garoppolo. I was going to come in here and be like, well, I think they're going to play Brissett. No one knows anything with the Patriots.
Nobody knows. I would think Garoppolo's going to play.
He was saying he still doesn't have the full range of motion. How
Yeah.
do you throw a ball when you don't have full range of motion?
You look at games, you see matchups like, oh, I think this, I think that. I don't know anything when it comes to this game. Like,
No.
I couldn't guess how this game is going to play out.
No.
I just can't right now.
No.
So if you're the team that's facing the Patriots going into it, it's like, oh, what are they going to do? Nobody knows what this team's going to do. I think that's why it's so difficult right now for opposing teams. I mean, fans don't know. I don't think teams know.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
And that's just the way the Patriots want it.
Yeah.
They want it exactly that way. They never release any information. This is just the way they want it.
Let's play great defense, and who knows what's going to happen on offense. And that's pretty much what they're doing right now.
Yeah, if I had to guess, and once again, I have given up on thinking that I know anything about what the Patriots are doing after the last 3 weeks. I want to say we win by 3.
Yeah,
Close game?
I would say it's definitely within a touchdown, I think.
I would
Well,
say 27-24, something like that.
All right. I'm going to put it this way. If Brissett starts, I think we win the game within a touchdown. I think if Garoppolo starts, we win by 14 points.
Okay. Any chance they would do a combo? Belichick's never done that before, has he?
I'd be very surprised if they did that. If Garoppolo is ready to play, I think he's going to be the guy that's in there.
Browns-
I don't see
yeah.
the point in switching 2 quarterbacks out if one of them's healthy.
Browns did it this week with Terrell Pryor.
So
but
is
they're
that
the fucking Browns?
Is that
so
the?
who cares?
Yeah, that's not a good example.
So we got possibly full-ish strength Gronk.
Yeah,
this
well,
week.
he had no catches. I'm pretty sure in his
One
first
target.
game back.
One
no
target,
catches.
and Brissett overthrew him by about 3 floors.
But he
of the
didn't look
building.
good running down the field either.
No.
Did you see him? He did not
No.
look good running down the field.
And he kind of thought about jumping for the ball, but it was so over his head, didn't matter. But it kind of looked like he was kind of
I
hesitant.
think
to
he was
jump
in
for
there
it.
more as a decoy than anything
Yeah.
else. He wasn't ready to play, and going against the Texans, who I think thought was going to be a tougher opponent. I think that's why he maybe came back that early. So I mean, this week maybe he'll get some more action. But the Patriots in the past, you know this, when Gronk plays and Brady's in there as a starting quarterback, you know it's a different game.
Different game.
Correct?
Yep.
So what we've done without Gronk is pretty impressive. I mean, do you think that takes away how much money Gronk gets paid when he's a free agent coming up next?
He's been severely underpaid for years now. It's crazy. But I'm excited to see that big dumb animal back in. I think we're going to see a lot of Gronk this week. I think he's going to look really good.
He's ready?
I think he's ready. And I think he's going to catch 9 touchdown passes in Cleveland next week. That's I'm
going to go out on a limb and take the under.
Fine.
All right.
Fine. Guess John hates the Patriots. Anyways, we're talking fantasy football here, guys. The number one player in fantasy football, in my personal opinion, is the New Orleans Saints defense. They are fucking horrible.
Horrible.
So bad.
It's kind of like how we pick the worst quarterback. We kind of go against the defense there. If we're picking the best quarterback, you might as well just go the other way and whoever's playing the Saints.
Fantasy MVP is the New Orleans defense right now. You had Tevin Coleman, I think, right?
I do, yeah.
3 touchdowns, and then Devontae Freeman ran for 694 yards, I think. Just ran wild. It was like
Matt Ryan looked good. I mean, everything. They crushed that
The
team.
Falcons suck. They're shitty
How bad
Falcons.
do you think the Falcons are? Do you think they're that bad?
I think they're pretty shitty.
We'll see.
Oh, we'll see how shitty I think they are. But anyways, if you got guys going in New Orleans, in the Dome, I don't care who they are. You got to start your guys in New Orleans.
This is an ongoing trend. This is not just this year. Last year, the game in New Orleans, you take the over.
Yep.
I mean, that's how it's been.
Yep.
You know, I don't. For some reason, they keep focusing on. I don't even think they focus on anything anymore because it's not like. I mean, they do have a good offense, but I don't know what they're trying to build there right now. I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but who is that? LaDainian Tomlinson said this week that he started under both Breeze and Rivers, and he was saying that if he had Breeze in that year 2006, they would have won the Super Bowl.
I didn't hear him say that.
He said that. Yeah, he said that this week.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Sorry about that. No way.
Yeah,
No deal.
no.
There's we kind of owned the Chargers in those years.
Yeah.
We would beat them in the playoffs every year. I think he might have forgotten about that.
Yeah, he did play the game. I don't know. Maybe he has something against the quarterback that he played with. I don't know. But I don't know why he would say something like that.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing to say. Anyways, we're talking worst quarterback. We're here to root for failure, John.
Failure.
And what a week for failure. Jesus Christ. Like, can you believe the failure that happened this week?
I thought for sure you were going to beat me this week. I'm looking at it and I see Kessler had like 2 points, and I'm like, oh, I don't see how I'm going to win this one.
Then it went to overtime.
Next thing you know,
Blaine Gabbert came through for you.
he
was.
It was
like a
about time. You know,
superhero. Yeah.
there's only so many good games Blaine Gabbert can have in a row.
Yeah,
Come
so
on.
Johnny won this week. He had Blaine Gabbert. He beat me by 5, I think. It was 9 points to 4.
Yep.
Blaine Gabbert, awful. Smoked by the Seahawks.
Yeah, he was real bad.
Just awful. But I don't think that's the real story this week. I think the real story this week is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Holy shit.
That was.
Did you see this game?
Oh, yeah, I saw the whole game.
I saw the whole game.
It was bad.
I was up to like 7 beers and 3 shots of tequila at that point, but I was watching it, and Ryan, it didn't matter how many times they gave the Jets the football. He threw a pick on 6 consecutive possessions?
Listen, so he did have 6 interceptions, 8 turnovers for the team.
4 consecutive possessions.
6 interceptions, 8 turnovers, I think.
8.
Let's say the last 2, not his fault. Because it's the end of the game, they're down. He's got to huck the ball up,
yeah.
you know? But the other ones, he didn't look good at all. And he just went from a game where he looked like Tom Brady beforehand, and now he just looked like Giselle. He was horrible.
It was a masterful performance. I was sitting there. I was rapt watching it. I couldn't believe it. They kept giving him the ball back, and he's like, I will ruin this every single time you give me the ball. It was unbelievable. I'm actually considering renaming this game the Ryan Fitzpatrick Challenge.
Listen, it goes back to what I was saying before. We talk about coaching. We talk about this stuff. We're so quick to jump on things, you know, someone being good, someone being bad. There's a lot of factors that go into this stuff, and when there's a big difference between somebody who's good and who's really good. And when Fitzpatrick has time, he looks great. When he doesn't, he crumbles. He's
Yeah.
done it in Buffalo.
Yeah.
He has times where he just looks really great and then really awful.
Horrible.
You know?
But it's, so Ryan Fitzpatrick was bad, but not a lot of people are going to be starting Ryan Fitzpatrick in their league.
No.
You know who really murdered somebody this week was Carson Palmer, because a lot of people are starting Carson Palmer. He threw 4 picks and was horrendous in that game. He was so bad.
We talk about quarterbacks and we're talking about fantasy. This goes back to what we talked about before. You want to take a quarterback early in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, like example this week, Andrew Luck. I didn't know if he was going to play or not.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a quarterback. So I picked up Tannehill. Tannehill actually got more points than Luck did.
Luck sucked until the very end. He bailed me out at the very end.
It's still a decent amount of points, but Tannehill got more. If you have to do that with your number 1 pick, if it's a running back, you're not going to get the same production.
Well, lucky I have Aaron Rodgers. I don't have to do that. Who's amazing. And we're in a relationship now. John.
Yeah, you guys have been dating for a long time.
We're together, and we're very happy. So worst.
Did you guys get married at Lambeau?
John, this is not the discussion for right now. We will argue when we get in the car. Okay. Worst quarterback challenge alumni. Simeon threw 4 touchdowns. He was the number 1 scoring quarterback. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't see this. This is not a trend that's not going to continue. I don't see this happening.
I sure hope not, because we spent so much time shitting on him.
Yeah.
We look really stupid.
I mean, he fell
right
into
now.
the starting quarterback job. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't the game plan for the Denver Broncos. They didn't go into it and after they decided to, or when they couldn't sign Osweiler, to be like, oh, Simeon's going to be our guy. I mean, that wasn't the plan. He just fell into the starting quarterback job, and I'd be really surprised if he could continue this.
Yeah, they were comparing his stats to the first 3 games of Peyton Manning's last week. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
For the first 3 weeks last year, I meant.
I hate when people do this.
Yeah, I know. It's very stupid.
I don't understand it because it wasn't like, well, how did Peyton Manning do? Let's compare the two. It's a computer.
Right.
Who's he close to? Manning? Oh, let's talk about this. They have nothing in common,
It would fail the scientific method, almost certainly.
It's just...
Neil deGrasse Tyson told me that. I learned that from him.
Not the case.
Well, anyways, he was a son of a bitch for making us look very stupid and just chucking touchdowns all over the place. But once again, I lost, so I am 1-2 against John. John just got a nose for it. He knows where that failure's coming from. He can smell it on him.
See, continue it.
He's like a shitty football bloodhound. But so Kessler had 9 points.
Who you got this week?
Well, I'm going to go with somebody who John is not a huge fan of. I'm going to go with Jameis Winston, mostly because I don't like him very much, but also he's playing Denver.
Something else we have in common. You don't like him very much.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing Denver, and that Denver defense has shown the ability to just massacre people.
Yeah.
And I think that Jameis Winston, is certainly capable. He's got 2 24-point games so far this year, but he's also very capable of getting absolutely destroyed.
There's a part of me, I don't like to lose, but there's a part of me that would love to see you be right,
Yeah.
But I got to go with Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
Against the Patriots. Defense, he's on the road, so I'm going to go with him. I originally was going to go with Mariota, and then J.J. Watt got hurt, so I can't really take that. So Tyrod Taylor's my guy this week, I hope.
I accidentally told you that about J.J.
You
Watt.
did.
I mean, you change your pick.
And who knows? I might not have found out today. I have no idea, but...
Yeah, so I'm going to go Jameis Winston. He's got 2 25-point games and a 3-point game in Arizona where he just got murdered and threw 4 picks. I could see the same thing happening. And despite the fact that he's at home, I think the Denver defense is so good, it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, I think he might be one of those guys that just picks apart bad teams, and when he plays a good defense, he just crumbles. It's going to go back and forth with him.
But you like the Patriots to jack up Tyrod Taylor, huh?
Yeah, I do. I think the defense right now is playing the great football. I mean, I can't say last week how many times the first guy that got to the guy with the ball made the tackle.
Sure.
You don't see it that often, and if they can play defense, anything like that, he's in for a long day.
Super long day. But that's right, guys. We play a game where we root for the worst quarterback because everybody else roots for the best one. We like rooting for – I just love taking tequila shots, and watching bad quarterback play. It just makes my Sunday.
I'll take my Jameson.
There you go. All right, that's it, guys.
Or as Dan would say, candy. Or did I get drunk off last night? How did you get drunk? Candy?
He's just
It's
a pretty
nodding.
face. He's a pretty face. He's here for us. He's got it. But anyways, that's our Fantasy Patriots talk. We're going to come back at you for some scumbag gambling.
Up next, it's the man who said the only spread he's worried about is from one of his $39 whores in Vegas. John Morgan's Moving the Line. Stand by.
You already know Kowloon Restaurant, established in 1950 and spanning 4 generations, serves a multi-Asian menu. Did you also know that Kowloon Restaurant is New England's premier Asian dining and entertainment complex, serving Cantonese, Szechuan, Thai, and Polynesian cuisine? And did you know that Kowloon Restaurant is also the home of the finest Japanese sushi? If you haven't dined at Kowloon Restaurant lately, then you simply haven't dined at Kowloon. Kowloon Restaurant, Route 1 North in Saugus.
Welcome back to Week 4 of NFL. Moving the Line, get ready for your picks. It's Gambling Talk with your hosts, Lou Saban, John Morgan.
I am so happy my wife doesn't listen to this stupid thing that we do.
We got asshole Mr. Dan just laying.
Yeah.
John taking a beating from several gallons of alcohol last
My
night.
wife's
And
like,
producer Dan.
you having fun? You like doing this? And I'm like, just don't listen to it, please.
Hold on,
Please
I'm
don't
getting a
listen to
text
it.
right now. It's from your wife.
Yep.
Lou, do you know any divorce attorneys? Oh shit. Oh, I'll save that.
Are you
one
pretending
for
you're a
later.
lawyer again?
Anyways, that
No
was
false advertisement here, Lou.
savage beating by.
Yeah.
And he
And they're $49, not $39. So get your shit straight, bro.
impromptu John Morgan getting taken behind the woodshed
Yeah.
by producer Dan. Anyways, we're talking gambling right now. We're gonna play our custom game. We're moving the line right now with John Morgan.
Lou, you won again.
I'm 3-0. I
Yeah.
gotta tell you,
You're up $15.
$20. Thank you so
I
much.
see. I'm trying to make,
The hungover guy's trying to pull
Yeah,
mental.
I can't do
mental
math right
jujitsu
now.
on me. Anyway, so we have our own custom game here. John Morgan, longtime gambler, loves it. He's been in the game for years now, and he's played a little game where if he's feeling a little off or something, he'll make his own lines. He'll look at the games, and he'll try to figure out what he thinks the lines will be before he actually sees the Vegas lines. He thinks it helps you get your bearings, right?
Yeah, it helps you out a little bit. People can look at a line and be like, oh, it could go this way, it could go that way. So just pick the line yourself first, what you think it will be, and you really don't have to think about it. You can just, if you think you're in a rough patch, it's the way to do it. You don't have to go back and forth.
Yeah, so you kind of, without the outside influences, you know what you really think about it. So we play the game here where John picks all the lines for himself, and he picks 3 that he likes, and I get to wager my own money on one of the 3. And so far, I'm 3-0. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty hot at the gambling. That means I'm going to lose spectacularly in some fashion.
Yeah, you
pretty
got to
soon.
bet big, though. You should bet big. You got to ride streaks,
This
Lou.
is
you
how we
have
get
to
in
ride
Vegas.
streaks.
Just keep you at the table. He's keeping me at the table. So, anyways, John, why don't we give me some lines here? What do you got?
So we got the Bengals playing the Dolphins in Cincinnati. We need 6 points on that game.
Okay,
Cincinnati favored.
Bengals favored by 6 in Cincinnati. Boy, tough to rely on the Bungles right now. I'm not sure where they are mentally. In the Dolphins side, I'm going to stay away from that. I don't like
All
that
right.
very
We
much.
got the Jaguars and Colts.
Jaguars.
46. We're going to do 46 points over and under. Now, I would like to ask Lou where the game is. Where's the game, Lou?
He's only asked me this because I did not know where it was before, and now that I remember,
Even though we did have a segment about this,
which
Yeah,
I
20
brought up.
minutes ago.
I brought it up,
and I'm the guy that's hungover.
Yeah, I know, right? I think that betting on this game is a fool's errand. If you think you have any fucking clue what's going to happen between the Jaguars and the Colts in goddamn Piccadilly Square, you're a better man than I do. So that's a stay away too.
Bears, Lions in Chicago. I'm going to go with a pick on this game.
Pick Bears or Browns, worst team in NFL.
Right now.
That's a tough one, huh?
Jesus, that's. I was about to say something, and I was like, no, that can't come out of my mouth. So, yeah, I'm not even going to answer that question.
Bears, Browns.
That's just 2 bad things right there.
So the Bears are just getting trounced by everybody, but the Browns are finding new and creative ways to lose. It's exciting.
Yeah, at least you got Pryor to watch, but I mean, the offense for the Bears last week wasn't that bad. I mean, Hoyer wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that kicker
Oh,
missed.
I got to know what this means. What does that mean?
Well, hopefully no one hears this. It's the cunt coming through the front door.
Oh my goodness! I thought we were actually talking about football, but I guess we're not.
Oh, I have the window view.
I guess we're not.
That is these
Side
opinions.
note.
These opinions are not sponsored by Moving the Line. Please contact Dan, the producer's attorney, if you have any comments on that.
Yeah.
Hey, we need a new Craigslist ad for a new
What
producer.
were we doing?
I don't know. Oh yes, we're talking about shitty football teams.
Yeah, Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer apparently. So anyways, 3 missed field goals by the Browns is a beautiful thing to watch. My friend Les actually called it. He called they're going to lose by a missed field goal, and they did. But I got to take the Lions because I don't think the Lions are that bad.
No,
And,
they haven't been.
And it's a pick. I feel pretty good about this. I'm going to move it up to 10. I'm currently up $20. So give me the goddamn Lions in Chicago, not London, in Chicago, because the Bears are fucking awful, John.
Every time I hear pick, it brings me back to an old memory. My buddy just started gambling, and he calls up for the football lines. And, this guy's 6, this is 4, this is 3, this is pick. He's like, pick? What's a pick? Like, pick your nose? Like, what is this? So every time I hear a pick, I just think of him, and I just laugh. So that's to my friend Dan. Not this Dan. Different Dan.
Different Dan. All right, so we moved the line there, guys. I'm going to wager my own money. I got $10 on the Lions because I think they're less terrible than the Bears. Now we got gambling expert John Morgan, who went 1-1-1.
1-1-1. That is a not fair 1-1-1 for me.
Yeah. Well, you pushed on the Pack game there.
Yep.
That was tough because they were up.
Can we talk about how close this stuff is? Because when we recorded this, Packers 7 points, Jaguars 2. No, Jaguars were 1 point or a pick or something like that. So Sunday it goes to Jaguars plus 2.5, and it goes to the Packers 6 points. So they actually both won.
Yeah.
For my bets. But that's how close it is. So 1-1-1.
So these Vegas people actually know what they're talking about.
They know exactly what they're talking about. There's
Yeah.
a reason why they do this.
I took the Ravens last week, and they ended up winning over the shitty Jaguars.
Yeah.
But that's enough of that. We're going to go to picks of the week right now, John. What do you got picks of the week?
I'm 2-0 in my stupid ass teases that I tell you don't do teases. It's
Don't
a
do
bad
teases.
Bet. 2-0 right now with
Once again, no one knows anything.
So I'm going to do
right?
2 of them this week.
Oh my God!
Yes.
This could be your Waterloo, John. Just
Yep.
taking down. So you're above 500.
8-6-1.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. So what do you got?
Tease the Jets and the Bengals. The line is actually 8 on the Bengals game, and the Jets line is +3 playing Seattle.
So the Bengals are favored by 8.
They are
huh?
favored by 8 in that game.
Well, I kind of like that too. That's too many points for the Bengals, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you had them at 6. You could have taken them.
Yeah,
You decided to go with the Lions, though.
Yeah. So what? Hold on. What was the line for the game that I picked? What was the actual?
The actual line was 3 points.
3 points.
Lions favored by 3.
Okay, so I made a
Yep.
decent pick there. So I got a free 3 points.
Yep.
That's good. Okay.
So Vegas obviously thinks they're even teams because, well, not even teams because you get 3 points, but if the game's in Chicago, that would mean Chicago would get 3 points. But
I was told there'd be no math.
no.
But
Yeah, well, we know lose math. Lose math is Aaron Rodgers equals 300 points.
equals win.
That's math.
Aaron Rodgers equals. That's
a new kind
Aaron Rodgers equals
that's
win.
a new kind of math.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers 300 points. Math.
Hey, we're in a relationship together. We are very happy, and I will not have you disparage him like that. So move on. What's the rest of your picks, Dick?
I just want to say I would love to see Aaron Rodgers die this week.
Why?
It would be so funny.
Why? We're in love.
You'd be so sad.
You don't like young love?
I just want to see
You're
you
the worst,
unhappy,
John.
buddy.
You are the worst.
Tease number 2, Vikings, 5 points with the Cardinals, 7.5. Cardinals, 7.5. They're playing Tampa this week.
So favored by 7.5 over Tampa.
Yep.
Where's that game?
The game's in Tampa this week. In Arizona? I'm drawing a brain.
Here, I got it.
I'm having a brain issue right now.
Don't worry. I'll carry it. So it's in Arizona.
I wrote down my picks and I forgot to look at the other stuff. I'm a mess.
I'm also afraid that Arizona's playing the Rams this week.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Tampa's playing Denver.
This is going to be so good.
We're going to have to wheel Johnny out in a wheelbarrow
I got to
right
work
now.
tonight, man.
Hit him with a tranquilizer dart
is
and just throw
brutal.
him in a gutter.
So, listen, I don't give a shit.
So Arizona.
How about this? I don't give a shit who they're playing. We're going to do a tease on the Cardinals and Vikings, and if you really care, you can look it up. How about that?
Okay, I'm your tech support right here. I'm going to try to find who the Vikings are playing. I don't know.
I do know one thing.
None of this
I
matters.
do know the Jaguars and the Colts are playing in London.
Yep.
I
Did know that.
You clarified that.
I will. Okay. The Vikings are playing the Giants in Minnesota.
Yes.
And so what was that spread?
5.
5. Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that too.
And I'm going to go and take the over on the Jaguars game. 49 points.
Over, I think it's a fool's errand, John.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Well,
it's a dumb bet.
I can't bet on either one of the teams per se.
I'm not saying it's a dumb bet. I'm not saying that it's the wrong bet. I just say it could be 10-7.
If
in
I'm
that
not
game.
mistaken, I
Who knows?
think the Jaguars coach, I mean, they throw the ball downfield more than any other team. And, I mean, they have good receivers.
Yeah.
And Bortles is a guy that loves to throw the ball downfield. But let's be honest here. You can't look at that team and be like, oh, yeah, I can see that team being the number one team to throw the ball downfield. I mean, come on. I mean, they don't actually have the weapons like that.
Bortles is the best in just straight garbage time when the game is over. He loves those garbage time stats.
Yeah.
That's what makes him still a decent fantasy option.
He's not, I mean, that's the difference between fantasy and real life, though. I mean, everyone's so hung up on fantasy. I mean, that's a big reason why I kind of just hate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, John, look, I'm looking at John Morgan right now. He's had enough. We need to end this podcast.
I'm fucking done.
I'm going to throw him in a burlap sack and just chuck him into a ravine somewhere.
Don't be surprised if I'm not here next week.
He's going to sleep it off, maybe arrested, or maybe his wife murdered him after she found out about this Vegas thing.
Yeah.
But,
$49, Dan. $49.
Anyways, that's it for us. Thank you very much for listening. We moved the line. We talked about fantasy. We talked news. And I'm just going to give John Morgan a big hug.
I just want Lou to put some maybe cocaine in my wallet.
Just take him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John may be in jail, could be dead, some sort of overdose or whatever. But if he does, I'll miss him.
That.
But not so much because I've got Aaron Rodgers and we've got a
You don't want anything to happen. You're not going to get your money if you win. You have $20.
There goes my college debts. There's $20. Anyways, thank you very much, Lou Saban. John Morgan. Say bye, John.
Have a good day, guys.
Have a good one.
I'm going to go kill myself.
Bye forever.
Running out of time this week. Week 4 NFL Moving the Line. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out on YouTube and iTunes. Until we speak again, you and yours be well.